UFL kickoff March 30th, plenty of storylines to talk about, but here are the three I think are the biggest right now. Some of the questions here might get answered before kickoff, but I guarantee the number one story will not. Number 3, the DC Defenders without quarterback Jordan Ta'amu. The DC Defenders were the toast of the XFL. Their only loss in the regular season was that weird defeat to Orlando, which was the Guardians' only win of the year. The Defenders got to the title game on the arm and sometimes the legs of quarterback Jordan Ta'amu, and with Ta'amu not on the roster, the question for head coach Reggie Barlow is, can that offensive production be replaced with DeAndre Francois or Jalen McClendon? Or maybe the question is, will the offense have to depend even more on the league's leading rusher, Abram Smith? Defensively, DC had its issues under defensive coordinator Greg Williams. The Defenders did defend the run, but gave up the most passing yards in the XFL. DC fell to Arlington in the XFL championship game, and they've got a lot to figure out as a member of the UFL. Which brings us to number 2 in the countdown. Arlington quarterback Luis Perez, who topped DC in that title game. Perez was dealt a bad hand in Las Vegas, but found new life after a trade to the Renegades, where he certainly enhanced the offense on the Renegades' trail to the title. But it appears Perez will have some competition for that starting job in 2024. Holton Ahlers is one of the quarterbacks in camp who could contend for that job. Ahlers said in an interview that management told him they want a younger quarterback to come in and, as he said, maybe win the job. Perez heads into the season at 29 years old. He's a veteran of alt football, from the Birmingham Iron of the Alliance of American Football back in 2019 to the New York Guardians of the XFL 2020 to the Jousters of the TSL in 2021 to the New Jersey Generals of the 2022 USFL to his journey to the 2023 XFL, now the 2024 UFL. The storyline here is this Perez's last gap as a spring football quarterback, and also, can he win the job he held last year? And speaking of a last gasp, how about the number 1 storyline heading into UFL 2024? Is this the beginning of sustainable spring football, or is this the last gasp of alt football as we know it? This is a storyline we'll have to watch all season long. I've maintained that since the XFL first announced a return to play in 2023, the only path forward for both the XFL and USFL to succeed would be a merger. I really thought that would happen maybe in 2025, but here we are. Credit to ABC, ESPN, and Fox, the TV partners in the merged league, who promoted the UFL after the merger was announced and, most importantly, ran those promos during the postseason NFL broadcast. This year's postseason has been one of the most watched ever. The challenge is to convert those NFL fans and those casual football fans into UFL viewers. There's no doubt St. Louis will have its crowds and its local TV ratings. But for this 8-team league to succeed, there has to be more of these kinds of scenes, not because of ticket sales, but because of optics on television. Some of us diehards, we're going to watch the UFL no matter what, but we are most likely in the minority. Casual fans watching football in this empty stadium, it can be a turnoff on television, and it was one of the biggest criticisms of the USFL for 2 seasons. Good crowds, good play, and good broadcast. Those could be the keys in seeing the UFL move on to 2025. What storylines are you looking for in 2024? Let me know in the comments. And for more UFL content, stay right here.